Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dragon Age the Veilguard. This is episode 15. Last time was a pretty big episode in regards to Mythal. The Regrets of the Dreadwolf quest has been completed. We got to see an Inquisition-era memory between Solas and Mythal with some new dialogue of that meeting. And we got to learn that while Solas absorbed Mythal's powers, her memories went to Morrigan, and another, younger sister type of fragment was pulled out of the Lyrium dagger, an angrier, godlike version of Mythal that we did initially anger and had a really cool dragon fight, but then we talked her down after that in order to get her power willingly instead of forcefully. So we got to explore both options there, and that was really fun and huge. Just really good lore time. It was a really great questline, the wolf statuettes, and being able to go through some Solas memories while he's on this sort of, tirade against, leading the rebellion against Elganon and Gillenane. Specifically, we've gotten insight into those two gods because it's the most relevant to this plot line, and it's pretty damn cool. Today, we're heading back into the crossroads, and we're going to deal with these demons and taking our companions with us, of course. We have a very nice Hawk look, carrying on that Hawk legacy with the Kirkwall gear. We don't have the blood smear, but we do have a fixed forehead because they updated the skin tones and they gave us 2 more for the Canary, so I'm very happy with this. I don't think I'm going to change how I look for the rest of the game. I get to show off the arm tattoo. It's not the warrior version of the Hawk set. We only get the one. And honestly, I'm fine with it because it still kind of fits the warrior aesthetic. So I really like it. Let's travel to the crossroads now. We're going to end up going to Docktown first. So we'll bring Nev along for that. And I think I'd like Nev and Emmerich to have some time to converse, especially because we're dealing with the demons and we're also going to be dealing with the hauntings as well. So I want to bring Emmerich along for all of those and then switch the other party member depending on what that is in the location.
I wanted to ask, Nev, you had your concerns about me at first,
A few.
but not Manfred?
What can I say? He's a good egg.
Quite right.
No concerns about Manfred. Why would you ever have concerns about Manfred? Travel to Docktown. Haven't been here in a while.
I remember the Knight Commander before Lenos. He actually tried to help people. Made enemies that way.
I'm not surprised. They claim we exist to deal with magic gone wrong, but the mages decide what that means.
Would you rather it be like the South, where the Templars decide?
I don't know.
Hello, Rook.
Rook?
Greetings, Rook.
Very good dialogue there. Rook. 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 Oh! What the fuck? He's just casually standing here.
I never thanked you for helping me with the First Warden.
It was my pleasure. Nothing quite like needling authoritarian blowhards to give one such warm feelings. Professor Volkarin, welcome back.
Dorian, wonderful to see you again.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm glad you were here to help with the dragon. It could have destroyed the city. Good to see you.
I can't believe that Dorian's not going to acknowledge Nev.
Keeping well?
Dorian acknowledges Emmerich, but not Nev. That's crazy. The Soparati. I can't believe he's just chilling there by the fireplace. Like, I'll just sit here. I'm like, wait a minute. Alright. Let's take a look. Dorian. Our next course of action should be to seek out influential Soparati allies who've been denied political power. The merchant families, the longest-serving non-mage praetors and magistrates, and the military, especially the military. Mages make up a fraction of our citizens. Tevinter grinds to a halt without the Soparati. If we could encourage them to stand together and fight, they could change everything. I will handle the merchants and the magistrates. I suggest you call upon Legatus Charon Merkar when you next visit Ventus. I hear Merkar has privately expressed support for reform, but more importantly, he has the favor of the current Imperator. When the Imperator goes, Tevinter's military follows. Good luck. May. Emmerich and Dorian know each other, and I love that too.
What is it like, Nev? Using your magic to uncover wrongs in Minrathous?
You don't need magic for that. Just turn over a rock.
It all sounds so thrilling. Belara was showing me some articles about your work.
Those rags?
Yes, let's see. There was the Cordellan Caper, the mystery of the heir of Voldorma.
You can only trust one word in 5 in those papers.
They've just they'd like to write the stories about me. It doesn't mean that they're necessarily true, though. Okay, so the demon that we're going for in Docktown is all the way down here. So I'm just going to... Whoop! And then the other one is in Hossberg, so we've finally got to do main quest to get to there. But we can do hauntings after this.
Well, that goes to you.
So in this previous boss arena, interesting. There's also some things to do power-wise. Do I have to do that to get the demon here? Because I'm here. There's... Hello?
Look there.
Oh yeah, it's this, isn't it?
You return.
Oh, it's a pride demon now.
From the necropolis. Is it pride that brought you? Do you think you can succeed in facing me where the Venatori failed?
Got you covered. We're on fire. How's that?
I've set that one up!
We're under fire. Well done.
Two demons down. Or two versions of the same demon.
To retain a unified character across such distances, it may very well be ancient.
Yes, well, it is the formless one after all, isn't it? Alright, now in terms of this, let's take a look at this. This doesn't show up on the map as a place we can actually walk on. What's the deal here? Ah, okay.
And another Fen'Harel altar.
power core is behind there too. There you go. Okay. Earthamil Shield. Barely legible writing on crumbling parchment. It is now winter. Lucican's disciples continue their feud with the priests of Earthamil over the plans. Now, instead of a shield for the city created to the god of beauty specifications, the priests of night demand that the skybound fortress be transformed to deliver overwhelming force. Why defend against those across the sea when we may destroy them instead? And beauty's devotees, gentle souls, oft chosen for their wit and creativity, quailed before Lucican's might and gave ground. Thus, we builders find ourselves scouring the depths of the ancient catacombs in search of lost elven magic to satisfy the demands of night. Gods have mercy, will this enterprise never end? So their floating fortress, instead of being a shield, was a physical force to fight back against the Canary instead. Come back. Excuse me. I'm not done with you. Come here, you. You can go into this guy. Cool. Conveniently placed laser. Well, the next demon is in Hossberg, and we have yet to go there. So instead, we'll be able to return for hauntings.
We got rid of that haunting in Arlathan.
It sleeps once again.
Excellent work. We've much to examine.
The halls await.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Prepare well.
For some reason, I thought that there was going to be more. I thought there was more hauntings. It was just that one and then returning. So I wonder what Emmerich would have had to say about it. Okay, let's upgrade this. Let's upgrade that. The Gravenstone unique shield. Curse shield sweats necrotic energy. Always turn it away from you. Beware its gaze. Oh, that's cool. We have a Gorgon Warhammer appearance now, so I'll be curious to see what that looks like. Let's go back to the Lighthouse to see our companions. And I also will look at this new appearance for the Mornwatch upgrade. Our companions mingling? They are mingling.
Stretching the legs?
I'm not trapped underwater anymore. Everything is stretching my legs.
Good talk. Good talk. Apparently only 50% of players have petted Asan. How crazy is that? Even less have played Rock, Paper, Scissors with Manfred. Also insane.
Hey, Manfred. How does he work?
I'm sure Emmerich could fill you in if you asked.
Yeah, but he'd add details.
All right, then. The bare-bones answer from the non-necromancer. You get your parts, put the skeleton together, some fancy ritual later, and you've got a wisp inside running the show.
Manfred's a wisp? Like the ones at your desk? You could make a bunch of moving skeletons?
Me? No. Not without some research I don't want to do. Don't worry, those wisps are staying wisps.
Good.
I like the bare bones answer. The Warhammer does look pretty cool. I mean, it's hard to break away from double-edged skull axe. Big hammer is also pretty fun. That's pretty cool. I really do like the piercing gaze, though. I think that's a lot of fun. And we've got our Captain's Heater, which is Navaran themed, which looks very fitting to me indeed. Now, in regards to our journal and quests that we have the Demon in Hossberg. We have the First Warden in the Ravine Coast. More Hossberg Wetlands, which is unsealing pathways. And the Gate of Pale Reflections. And the Heart of Corruption, which we'll do when we're a higher level. Which means we get to do something wrong. Now, it's been in our journal for quite some time, but we needed to hash out some companion quests, side quests, and faction quests before we got to this point. So, Wardens Evka and Antoine believe the Blight has changed, but they need more proof to show the First Warden. Rumors of a Blight surge in the Hossberg Wetlands. And if there's proof that the Blight has changed, they'll find it here, but gathering evidence won't be pretty. So, we're doing Grey Warden stuff, so we will be bringing Davrin, and I think I want to bring Tosh to this one as well. I think that could be quite a fun time. So we'll do that pairing. Let's go to the crossroads once again. Part of me, it's like, I could bring Harding, because Harding know Evka and Antoine. But, you know.
Hey. We need to talk about Hassan.
What'd he do now?
It's what you did. You're not feeding him right.
What are you talking about? That griffin eats better than I do. He had steak last night.
Yes. You're giving him too much meat. He needs more fiber.
And what makes you an expert on griffin dietary needs?
His poop smells wrong.
Never mind. Forget I asked.
It's true, though. That's actually good insight. Because you're like, his bowel movements are bad. He needs to be eating better. I love that from like an animal caretaker perspective. Travel to the Hossberg Wetlands. Alright, new area, finally.
Rook, welcome to the Hossberg Wetlands. I'd say make yourself comfortable.
This place is...
foreboding?
Yes. Well, foreboding is normal here, but it's worse than usual.
The Blight's always a problem in the Anderfells. It's not strange to find a corrupted patch of forest or swamp.
What is strange is the sudden surge of Blight through the Hossberg Wetlands. Much like the village you found, the Blight here struck too quickly, and in strange forms.
It's choked the whole area, and the local village, Lavendel, was caught in it. But they're survivors. We can be grateful for that.
It only gets worse from here.
We've got the same feeling.
As far as we can tell, the gods you're chasing weren't here directly.
If the Blight's really changed, then the changes are widespread. As for how much?
I can almost sense something in there. Another sound under the Blight's usual song.
Stories say Warden sense Blight. I never thought it was literal.
It happens when you join the Order. But that's more than I should say.
When we met, you tried to block the sound out. Now you hear too much.
If it helps, that's what we're here for.
Is he hearing the calling? Or beginning to hear the calling? If he's hearing the song too much?
Become a warden, hear the Blight. People think Watcher initiations are scary.
Do you work with spirits? That's not so bad. Demons, though. I don't like demons.
They're the same, pal.
Things can get restless in the necropolis. Anyway, what's the plan?
We heard rumors of the surge here and volunteered to investigate. The First Warden expects a report. Soon.
If we want proof the Blight's changed, then this place is where to find it.
But the way the Blight left the village, we've had our hands full just keeping it back and helping the sick.
You need more to study.
Yes. The odd growths the Blight has formed, like boils, they surround Lavendel. I need more samples.
So you two study the Blight?
Formally? No. Well, maybe. It depends on your definition.
We travel a lot, and tend to get sidetracked by weird problems.
Who knew I'd roam so far from Orlais? If we want to help, we need to learn what we're dealing with.
Leave it to me.
You can't just handle Blight. I'll give you something to contain it. And watch for Darkspawn.
I'll try not to die.
We'd prefer you didn't.
So be careful.
I think we've been handling the Blight face first for quite enough time where I'm an honorary warden, don't you guys think? What about you, Davrin? I'm basically an honorary warden at this point, don't you think? We get the side quest to be worthy and partake in the ritual. Hey. Alright, we have a Grey Warden's vendor.
Hello there.
A gift, display on ancient griffins. These ancient illustrations and griffin feathers would surely be treasured by any warden interested in the Order's fabled flying mounts. Very nice. Ooh, Hassan's Fury looks like an awesome shield. I'll grab that. I will also take the opportunity to buy pure ore at a vendor, please. Davron also has the sharpened hook knife, which we can turn into +7 for more taunt duration. The Warden's Key. Reinforced binding. We'll leave it at that. I like the belt that I have on.
You're here to help.
Cool. Alright, so similar to Demeter's Crossing, we have a blighted village, but this time the blighted village does not look like it had a direct presence of the gods.
Alright, let's find those boil samples. Looks like there's caves on the far side of the village. We can start there.
Let me just get this beacon first. Oh man, this shit's gonna be so cool, because I think the Grey Warden stuff, it does give you that warm, cozy feeling of Origins. I really like the Mornwatch stuff that I've decided, but I think playing a Grey Warden in this game would just be so amazing as well, just for the feeling that it would give you in a Blight, you know? Ring of the Warden Survivor. Some we save by destroying Blight, those we can't sometimes save us. The joining can give life to the Blighted, but it is not a cure, it is the calling.
Lavendel village. Whatever happened here looks like Demeter's Crossing.
It's still standing, and I'll fight to keep it that way.
I've got food if you're looking. Not much to forage out there.
Yeah, I'll take it.
You good then?
I'll take this if you don't mind too. Bones Beneath the Creek Chorus. Andfell folk song lyrics. When heart beats hard on ribcage wall and you are feeling weak, follow me and don't recall the bones beneath the creek.
You've been to the farmlands. There's a family. Voss. I'm close with him, with Ursa. They spoke of the Blight. The Blight. Before all of this happened. They knew. But if they knew, why aren't they here?
If I find anything, I'll let you know.
Only an echo. Investigate a family's disappearance. Bronner's Bloom. Bronner's Bloom with one leaf more. Please God safe the cellar door. Whatever from the corners scratch, sit tight on lintel, mind the latch. Do not fret on nightmares nearing, or eyes behind the jam jars peering. Do not think on what's below when silver from the moonbeams flow. Bronner's Bloom with one leaf more. Please God save the cellar door. Scribbled below the poem by Antoine. Evka, I asked in the village if there was anything they did for luck. We need that too, yes? I learned this poem, which is very lavender, but the flowers are nice.
You're here to help? You think you and 2 wardens can fix all this?
Alright, mate. Winged wall. Do we want the winged wall, or do we want... That's 700 gold, mate. I'm losing all of my gold coming here already. Some more warden-related gear. Yeah, I'll hold on to my equipment, if you don't mind. I need that gold.
Come back.
We can finally upgrade Davern to a cooler shield, though. And don't that look sweet? That looks really cool. Davern's got his nice upgrade, finally.
I learned the trade from my parents.
Davern and you could get along. Got wood carvings that you can exchange together. What is that? Oh my god, that's just... What the hell? Alligator lizard.
Are you here to help Lavendel? I'm Bastion. There's more out there than Blight. You must be careful.
Of what?
I heard something from up at Gaspin Manor while I was escaping here. The place has been abandoned for years. They say the Lord had some cursed treasure. One day he just disappeared. Could the Blight awaken a curse? If it draws evil here, the treasure's up there somewhere. It should have been destroyed.
Now that, I think, is cool.
Wouldn't be surprised if damage from the Blight stirred something up.
Grab the treasure, break whatever curse is on it. Done.
I like how you think. Strange lights. I was running through the woods when I saw it. Lights up at old Gaspin Manor. I'm sure of it. I haven't been up there since I was a kid, and we dared each other to knock on the door. I was going to look now with Blight on my heels. No one should be there. Cursed place. No one is ever there. We'll investigate that.
Something strange at this Gaspin Manor. People in Lavendel believe it's cursed.
We'll investigate that with Davern and Emmerich. So Gaspin Manor's here. Here's our champion to defeat here. Blight Boyle's here. Family disappearance over there. Demon over there. Champion over there. Alright, so we'll be able to complete a lot of crossroads related things here.
There. That's our Blight Boil. Got a sample. Guessing they'll need more than one.
Knowing how Antoine experiments. Yes.
Fine.
Nice move.
Yummy Blight Tunnel.
Got the sample.
Ugh.
Okay, Tosh. Can't believe I'm asking this, but what's wrong with Hassan's spoor?
They're watery and smell sour. He needs fiber to soak up water and...
We'll get to that. We'll talk back about Hassan's poop in a second.
Darkspawn, don't drop your guard.
Everyone all right?
I've had some practice at this.
Now, as you guys were saying, you gonna go back to talking about poop? Go back to talking about poop. You're supposed to resume your dialogue now. We'll go away from the Blight cyst. Come on. Talk about the poop. Interesting. So they decided not to resume this conversation. That's a shame. Oh my god, the disciple in Ica. Look at that design. Holy shit.
Loosen the lid for ya.
Decided to really upgrade this whole thing.
It's all yours.
Clearing the way one champion at a time.
Giant Darkspawn Grey Warden. With the armor intact on the helmet and the arms. That's so cool. Alright, there's another champion down.
Got it.
Stupid Blight. Stupid gods messing with the Blight.
I've never seen a surge like this.
Yeah, let's investigate this family. Flooded farmlands. Yeah, the areas that are very blight infested gives the most Dragon Age vibe in terms of like that dark, depressing area. Demeter's Crossing was a great example of this, and going into Warden territory and getting more of it is very, very good. I really like the location variety in this game.
This was farmland.
And houses. People used to live here.
The Blight took it recently.
Darkspawn just chilling. But there's a lot around here too.
Check out the ballista. Could be useful.
Nice.
Gotta get to it first. Little griffin like rocking horse type shit being built. Got the sound design. A family note, meeting a friend out by the well, knocked upstairs. But Mum said she's still not feeling well. I'll be home for supper. If I beat you back from the fields, I'll get started.
Signs of a family that disappeared.
They might have left more behind. What have we here? Oh. Dead body and demon study? Amelia Voss's diary. I came up here. I needed to think without it watching me through his eyes. Can it do that? He's down in the fields. Says a blight's coming of all the wild things, but he's ready. He just needs to keep digging. Ursa came by later, but something in what she said. Has it taken her too? The door's locked from the outside now. When did that happen? I can hear water dripping. I won't get out in time. Shit.
They knew the Blight was coming. But how? And what went wrong after?
More notes required.
Better be ready.
I could use the practice.
In Warden's victory!
So this is what they were digging. Digging here. There's Blight here though.
On your guard.
Bones Beneath the Creek, verse 1. Andeville's folk song's lyrics are a follow-up. Paths can lie and shadows hum. Who knows which fates are bleak? Would Ella, lost, now soon become more bones beneath the creek? Uravos's journal. An echo always answers back. It always listens, too. As thanks for clearing the boards, it's making sure I'm ready. Nothing has to change. The days don't have to change. Dad will be in the fields, and Mum will feel better. Her voice is in the well now, too. We just need everything ready before the blight comes. It was right about the dead birds. It's right about this, too.
This echo made promises, and then... Do you think it took them all?
Oh.
A well? Well. An echo? Echo?
Oh, it's creepy.
Echo? Echo? That's not my voice. Not your voice. Who are you? Are you? Hello? 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 Hello?
Is it just stuck on hello now?
Hello? Hello?
It just gets more and more unsettling the more you just only ask hello. It's messed up. Rupert Voss's field checks. Dug the south field, dug the close field, don't dig again, keep moving. Shout a wish down the well and it will just say it again. Check the fields, it's there, I know it's right. Can't leave yet. Dug the south field, dug the close field, dug the south field.
Whatever this echo was in the well, I think it possessed them. The more people go near it, the more it gets in their minds.
It knew the Blight was coming, and used the fear of that to get to them.
That journal mentioned clearing boards from the well. It was sealed away once.
Well-spun thread. This particular spool of thread survived the Blight. It's not a well-loved keepsake or treasured heirloom. It does promise future mending and the creation of something new. Seal the well, we are told. Okay, put this board over it. Alright, Echo. Time to shut up.
Whatever's down there, whatever you did to those people, I won't let you do it again. We're sealing the well. Sealing. It's done. No more echo. For now.
Huh. Yeah, for now. I mean, is that airtight, bro? Get some hot cement on that. Get Tasha's fire breath to melt it shut. Interesting. Let's have a look at this bad boy. Hey. Oh, hang on. There's another sample. An ogre!
I think it sensed us attacking the boils. It's not happening.
What the stop it? It's the second time me and Rook have just said the same thing. So funny. This time we said it at the exact same time.
Keep that up.
down.
Chakra to everyone.
Shooting something else, or I could have just used this to shoot at the ogre specifically. Seems like I could have just used this to shoot at the ogre specifically.
And another sample.
I think we've got enough.
Yeah. Let's get back to Evka and Antoine.
We have a distressed villager apparently over this way though, and then I still have to go through the pathway that I opened. Actually, hang on. This curves back around, so this is us going back to the person that asked us.
Light gummed up the entrance. I think we can cut through.
Take a look around first. Water and improvisation. A clay pot, cloth stopper, and a hodgepodge alchemical mix. A good Grey Warden works with what they've got. Their weapons, their nerve, and the ability to improvise. So this way, oh, this was just the other side of that blighted tunnel. There you go. Right, we've unsealed both sides now.
The Voss family? Did you find anything?
There was something in the well. It got to them.
But we aren't supposed to listen. The stories. But it was sealed.
We sealed it again.
When it's safe to go back, I'll bury it even deeper for Ursa. Thank you for letting me know.
That was cool. So we'll return to Evka and Antoine in terms of the Blight investigation, and then Gaspin Manor will switch Tash with Emmerich for that. Accursed Manor? Emmerich seems to be all over that, I reckon.
Antoine? Antoine!
Yes? Yes, the Blight samples. They're like nothing we've seen, or anything in the Warden records. And I almost hear voices in it. The gods calling the Blight.
I can't hear anything. But if you believe me...
We knew things were bad. But if the Blight's being called, the situation's more unpredictable than we thought. We need to...
I give you two rein, and this is where it leads. Chasing Rook's lies.
First Warden...
Stay away from the Blight and the Wardens. How many times must you be told?
I say it's really weird hearing that voice come out of this guy while I'm wearing this armor. I'm like, the Dragon Age 2 vibe is strong, but it's all in a weird order. It's all jumbled. You there. Have you ever been stung by a bee? Would you like to know what that feels like?
Until you listen, I'll be here.
Not helping. Rook knew something was wrong.
I can hear it in the samples. The gods. He's telling the truth. The Blight has changed, and that changes everything.
It changes nothing. Your sensitivity to Blight is useful, Warden Antoine. But you've had more than one snake in your ear.
This guy sucks.
No one here wants Blight to spread. We can work together.
You're in no place to make offers. You tampered with a ritual that unleashed Blight. You did not know what you were doing then, and you don't now.
If gods control the Blight, we need to change how we approach it.
Archdemons control Blight. and we'd sense if one had risen. We'd make the sacrifices needed to fight it.
But we...
The Blight has increased. Now is not the time to lose focus. Wardens Evka and Antoine, are you sworn to combat the Blight?
Yes, but...
Then report back to Weishaupt and do so.
That went poorly, even for a talk with him.
This dude just showed up and went, "Return, now," and then just turns around and leave. This guy sucks.
What an asshole. A lot of people are gonna die for his arrogance.
Maybe.
So much for convincing the Wardens.
We can't give you the order, but you have us.
We'll keep tracking the Darkspawn and the Blight. We'll do what we can.
And if we learn the God's plans, you will too.
We're gonna need more than 2 Wardens.
The elven god of monsters had been hard at work. She'd taken the Darkspawn and made them so much worse. Now, she and Elganon had their glorious new army. The risen gods were ready. And they had just the target.
Oh man, this music and this artwork is so hype. They're going to Weishaupt and so are we. God, that's so sick. I'll take as much Varric as I can get. Antoine and Evka tried to convince the First Warden that the Blight was changed and the gods were responsible, but he refused to listen. It wasn't the outcome they wanted, but they weren't giving up there. Though ordered back to Weishaupt, Antoine and Evka promised to keep investigating the Blight and send word if they learned anything more.
We should take a break. Head back to the Lighthouse for a bit.
He finally agrees to meet for a report, then he all but calls you a liar.
I think you were included in that.
Thanks.
You need to head back to Weishaupt.
Soon. We can risk a small delay before we're missed.
We'll continue helping here for a while, and help you on the way if we can.
Nice. Alright. We are to return to the Lighthouse. A change in the wind. Rumors reach the team of a new Darkspawn threat. And Davrin, fit for a Warden, offer a gift. Lovely. Okay. We will definitely be heading back to the Lighthouse. However, we have some things to do first. Oh, okay. We got some Venatori stuff here.
Venatori barrier crystals. Whoever came this way didn't want to be followed.
Recently placed, if I'm not mistaken.
What are they doing in the Hossberg Wetlands?
You tell me, buddy. Shit. Yeah, you set that off. Shit. Oh, this is a big old trail of these, isn't it?
What's that sound?
Keep going and we'll find out.
Emmerich and Davrin were getting a little closer, you see that? They're in a tender embrace.
You have to move.
Viserion, the Sword of Mercy. Okay. Oh, that's a cool looking great axe. Yes. Why not? Now let's take a look at that memento. Viserion, Sword of Mercy. His eyes are remorseful. The eyes of an executioner who would see a lady burning and end her pain. Our Andrastian story there.
So this is the cursed manor.
Could use some fixing up.
Okay, so the Venatori want Gaspin's treasure.
We have them now.
Trouble ahead.
Fight on!
Stop failing! The faithful cannot die!
As you say.
This one's all set.
That will be punished!
Strike them down!
So they want Lord Gaspin's treasure, but look at this place. Is it really still here?
Excellent. All safe?
Well, let's find out. They got Venatori crystals everywhere. Ooh.
What was that?
We're not alone here.
The manor is supposed to be cursed.
You want to know more?
All I can say about these fucking Venatori barrier crystals is that they're just tedious. So it's like there's this element of like they're easy to take down barriers. However, they're tedious. So maybe the Venatori are just counting on people being like, oh man, I can't be bothered. There's just too many of these things.
What lies? Anyone else suddenly thinking about?
A cellar. The longer we're here, the more this being craves our attention.
Alright, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Just gotta hit 1,000,000 crystals and then we'll get what we need. So this looks like that's going down to the cellar. Let me just actually track this. Whoop. But before we do that, Ring of the Warden Royal. Our ranks hold kings and queens, but call them only Warden. The joining cares of front lines, not bloodlines. Wardens do not rise for flags, they answer to the calling. Barrier we cannot unseal ourselves. Always love the distinction between ladder that we can't break down ourselves unless we're up there to kick it.
Research notes. I found a secret location beneath the manor itself, sealed. But how could that stop me when I'm so close? Bricks and mortar are nothing. Barriers of more magical devising. Their dismantling was never my speciality. And whatever binds this spell is unique. Surely that only proves my suspicions. I am too close now. Cost for way through. Light
Old
damaged
records, damaged by Blight.
Their message lost to history.
The fate of Weishaupt's library.
Hello? Now I saw a statue that we can move around here. There's a wisp there as well. And there's another statue. Do we just have these statues face each other, or do they need to face something in particular? Maybe we should have them face the cellar. Oh, hang on. Oh, it made that light up on fire. You gotta make these... let me see. Point them towards fire. I don't know if that unlocked the cellar or if that did another thing. Was it this? I think that might have been this. Because now we have a wisp. Hello, wisp. Can we take the wisp to the cellar?
The cellar. Stay on guard. We've got a body. Hasn't been dead long.
The wisp does not come to the cellar. Mandatory note. You wish to go to the Anderfell? Suit yourself. Take any foolish enough to follow you. If you want to chase down some convoluted theory, so be it. You're free to return to whatever desolate place you wish, but do not expect my interest or support. Lord Gaspin's notes. There should be no secrets here. The door, it vexes me. It is mine, and I will forge a way through it. I am the lord of this manor. Its secret shall yield to me. This is my discovery, my chance to prove myself. The locals cry about a curse, but it wasn't. It was power. I know it. I can't get through the door, but I think something's coming for me. It'll be mine. Nothing of interest, nothing of note. What do they know? None have studied the Anderfells as I have. Do they think my interest lies in posts and lintels or whatever rot they mock me with? The manor holds value even now. Lord Gaspin found more than mere treasure, I'm sure. And when I gift this lost power to the risen god, not even Aelia and Zara will rival me in esteem.
Research notes. This man wanted Lord Gaspin's treasure to impress Elgadon.
If only this guy had a lyrium dagger and I could go, ooh! Magical MacGuffin that opens everything. Consuming obsession. Oh my god. Cool.
Spirit walked by fixation, an all-consuming obsession.
That's cool.
Masterfully.
I'm there.
That one's ready.
Watch for ranged attacks.
Venatori wanted treasure but found a sealed demon.
What can you expect in a place like this?
Let's look around.
Indeed. Eyeball. Griffin's Talon. Ooh, longsword. Warden's Oath is to cut down Darkspawn. This fearsome blade even makes the calling look easy. Griffin Talon with the Griffin Shield, perhaps? The door. All those days, those long months, only for this? We have an arrangement. No, we have what we want. No, I'll seal the way. I can't.
This writing is old. If it was Lord Gaspin, whatever he thought was back here, it wasn't enough. He found a demon, or became the one we met. If the demon was the curse, at least we've kept it away from Lavendel. Once we're done, we can let Bastion know.
Alright, well that was Cursed Manor. I still need to get around here though, because this is where there's a champion and there's a demon. I guess that'll be this pathway here. And it looks like it ties around to the manor. So let's try for that. And then I think with that demon down, we might be able to return to the necropolis. Whoa. Blighted Grove. This is cool. Needs Tosh where I can melt this myself. Okay. There you go. Now I can blight onto this bad boy.
It's yours, Davrin.
That's why I'm here.
Pop that. Pop it again. Right. Oh, hang on. Looks like...
Will do.
Wait, is it not that side? Oh, like there in the corner. There you go.
There's something. Blight feels wrong around it.
I mean...
Perhaps we shouldn't look at it too long.
I mean, look at that tree, buddy.
Trouble over there.
It literally looks like the most cursed tree I've ever seen. Matherath, the betrayer. A carving of Matherath. His eyes are cold, as though unmoved by suffering. Eyes that would lead a lady to her death. Always fun to read about the old school Dragon Age lore, isn't it? Swamp Road. Man, these locations are sick.
Take it to them! Keep that up, Rook. A solid blow.
You got it, Devon. I believe in you.
Beat the odds.
Goes back here. Lovely. I can tell you about the manor now.
Rook! Always good to see people return. Means they're still alive.
We went up to Gaspin Manor.
You did? And the curse? Was it... Did the Blight wake it?
Less the Blight, more like some Venatori. There was a demon haunting the manor. We stopped it.
Huh. Well, we all knew something wasn't right. And thank you. There's one less evil to worry about.
And now we return for more evil. Sheltering glade. Bonesmith Creek verse 3. Maybe we'll try and find verse 2 before we do that. Ladder required. More statues that need to face each other. Same concept though. There's one over that way, I suppose. Oh, it's down there on the ground. Monster leathers. I do appreciate that a lot of the sort of exploration and environmental traversal in this game is very intuitive. Like, you can look at this scenario and just go through it. It's nice. It's a bit of zip zap zop, which I appreciate. Now this goes back through to this area. So I can leave that alone. However, what's going on here? Because I cannot access this yet. I guess I'll have to find my way around behind this thing. It'll be a shortcut. I like that we've been able to go to Hossberg at this point and just go through all of the quests that are currently available. Because it seems though, because Rook wants to go to the Lighthouse, it definitely means that we've got some story development time. So we can't really just go back to the Lighthouse for a peaceful, hey, how's everyone going? Because it's going to be more of a sit down with the group. To be like, well, now what? The Book of Ashes. A roll of names of friends and comrades carried to battle into Mead Hall after, heroes of every blight. These are not the dead, they are those who lived. Cool, so this is the pathway that will take us there, to those quests.
Be ready. Hit them now, Rook! There! Finish them, Rook!
Level 20. I think I can unlock a new Morn Watcher ability now and go up here. Shield toss. At a moment the new charge level is gained bonus damage, but it will take us to now more shield toss stuff. Gotta fill out that necrotic skill tree. Oh, I can't swim. I was looking ahead, not above. There's definitely an item over there. Okay, it just gets a little bit deeper.
Another of those Fen'Harel altars.
I need to find the origin of this blight. Here? Here. You have not fallen in the water, guys. Unless you guys can swim, then don't. Doesn't mind. It's just me. Well-loved dye bowl. The simple pattern around the dye bowl is slightly uneven. There's a chip missing near the top. Words carved at the bottom read, "Love forever, your bean." So we have verse 1, chorus, and then verse 3. So I think we're looking for verse 2 before we read them, and then it'll spell out the full song.
On your guard.
To arms!
Hassan, over there!
Attack from afar!
That one, now! One for us. Got company. On it! Good job, Davrin! They're coming up behind you! Ranged! Incoming! Here we go! Ready again. A win for us.
A lost ship? Do you think the Blight dredged it up? What more might it pull to the surface?
That's so cool. Yeah. Stuff that's underneath. This place reminds me of, I can't remember the specific name of the location, but from Inquisition, when we were going to go and meet Alistair, and we went to that village that was all messed up and blighted and watery, and we had to free up the dam, like the flooded village. The name eludes me, however. We have a wisp. A wisp needs to be found.
At once!
A wisp has been found. Magical wisp ladder. Anderfell's azure. There's a reason the Grey Wardens wear blue. Those scattered or Wardens call the Anderfells home. They carry that with them and dress in clothes dyed a unique Anderfell's blue.
The Blight. It snaked its way up the whole building.
Yep, not really getting rid of it that easy. Ring of the Warden Thief. Our ranks judge no one for the life they leave. The joining cares only about the will to fight. Wardens need not seek forgiveness. They answer to the calling. Interesting creature up there. Look at this thing. Jesus. Alright. Just chilling up there. All of these are all inaccessible at the moment. So many of them with little treasure chests and mementos, unable to be tampered with right now. Okay, so now we are on the other side of the mansion. Not the human face. It's a wisp to a skeleton with a lever. Okay, so I'm gonna need a wisp for that.
I see we've company. No problem. Well fought, Rook. Move quickly. Ah, nicely done.
Time to pop a lot of pimples.
Consider it done.
We got another thing to do here. And one of these days I'll get this pointless thing to give me 2 items. The echo. Oh, the echo in the well. Who am I? The echo asked, for I had asked it too. You are me, I echoed back, or maybe I am you. Who am I? The echo asked, when I said not a word. Worry not, for I am you, the echo soon assured. And I know where the gold was lost, and I know what you carry, and I know where to dig the hole, and what you plan to bury. Who are you? I echo back, to a voice now far away, and wait to hear an answer from the place where secrets lay. Note attached to the poem sent to Harding. This is Lavendel's version. I've heard the piece elsewhere in the Neanderthals, but the third verse was different. Interesting. The joining chalice. So it changes sometimes. worth a shot. Eventually.
Look, over there.
If we investigate this, that'll probably be what summons the demon. Get a demon and a champion to fight in the same spot. Yep. Rook is like, no, don't make me do it.
Determination is at the shape of your will.
It's the trapped necropolis spirit. Last one.
Are you lashed by common rage? Will you fall to petty hates and crack the heart and burn the soul?
Oh, that's fine. I didn't mean to press that, but I'll take it, I guess. No.
If you can.
I'm gonna kick your ass is what I'm gonna do, buddy.
Watch yourself!
Oh no, don't blow open the Blight cyst. Ah, there we go.
That's it. The necropolis door to the demon, the real demon these all came from, should be open.
We know where to go to end it.
I'm surprised Emmerich's not saying anything about this, considering it's located in the necropolis. Stavron, let Emmerich speak. That's where all of my... Whoa! Amarel the Unwoven. Oh, okay. Cool. Is this a one-on-one fight? I've been separated from my companions for this champion. It's a good thing that I have the ability to detonate on my own, isn't it? Shield's doing all the damage because my sword does a bunch of elemental damage. Okay, let me back in the combat area. Making stupid decisions here, I'll tell you that much.
I just keep bouncing into his attacks. Well, that sucks. Alright, maybe some potions, please. Let me just wander around here for a while. Oh, I'm drowning? Okay. Fucking drowning. Pretty well done, Emmerich. Devrin. Wait. Wait! Why can I hear you guys talking? Where are you? Why are you guys just spectating me? Where are you? I can hear you. Can I find them to join me in this fight or not? Ow! Alright. I hate the periodic... I'm stuck now. I hate the periodic explosion thing of the champion fight. It's like, it'll blow up. Wait, I finally have my teammates back. I finally have teammates back.
Thank you.
I'm out of the blindness. Stop fucking exploding on me. No, he was just about to heal me. How long am I blinded for then? How long does that happen? I was just about to have Emmerich heal me. Nice. I got him back. I think I just have to leave maybe like the...
You must get clear!
Can you heal me, please?
Move out of there!
Heal me.
I'm ready! Done!
Go back to your gods. Jesus. This dude was wild.
Every one of these gets us a little farther.
Very nice. So that's a couple of champion essences. I can return back into the crossroads and unlock those doors. And we now have Mage Bane. A lot less rage generation, but all of your abilities now have a 60-second cooldown, but no rage cost. Your damage is increased by plus 1% for every 2 rage. That's an interesting one. I'll be curious to see that. So they're on just a 60-second cooldown instead. I'll be curious to see that one in action. But there you go. We'll have to return for these other chests and other blocked off areas because at this time I can't seem to see anything about it. So we're going to return to the Lighthouse now. Check in with the team.
Rook, just got word. First Warden's calling everyone back to Weishaupt. Everyone except me, seems like. Guess the First Warden didn't like me joining your team.
Calling Wardens back from all over Thedas is a big step. Did he give any reason why?
Not exactly, but I've heard rumors of a massive Darkspawn horde on the move. Even hearing there's an archdemon with them.
Huh. Well.
The timing can't be a coincidence. The gods must be behind this.
I bet they are. Rook, if the gods have an archdemon, Warden lore says archdemons only show up during a blight. Doesn't say anything about elven gods. Seems like the rules have changed, and we're going in blind. We need to know what we're up against.
I'll talk to Solas, see if he knows anything about any of this. Make sure the others are ready to move.
Finally, another little Solas talk. But this is tied to a different quest, so I don't know if we're going to be able to ask him about these regrets of his. Checking on an echo. Rook, I went with Wardens Rodri and Janie to check on the well. We made sure it was still sealed, packed the earth tighter around it, and Warden Alona, she's a mage, said she'd put wards on it. The echo is buried for now, but it never truly disappears. Wherever it's gone, if you meet it again, be careful and don't listen too close. Well, considering we didn't find that second verse, I'll just read the third verse. Why not? And a folk song lyrics. Is that fresh stew? Is that your bride? Is that the home you seek? When Ella left, the spirit cried for bones lost in the creek. Okay, so talking to Solas is our next step here. Before we do that, we'll give Davrin a gift, we'll talk to Harding, and we have a couple of companions that are also hanging out for me to eavesdrop on.
This is quite the treasure hoard.
Is it true that crows are forbidden to take gold unless it's to kill someone?
No. We need gold to pay for things.
True enough. Looking back on the regrets of the Dreadwolf memories and revelations of that, there's a part of me that almost now in hindsight wishes that I spaced them out a bit more, because when we did, like, was it 3 or 4 in a row, and we got to the revelation of elves initially being spirits, we had companions talking about that in the field, like in just ambient dialogue, and it made me think about how the companions probably speak about all of the sequences as they happen. So I kind of wish that, I mean, this is like things I wish I knew before mentality in hindsight, because it's always 2020. Probably could have done like one, moved on for a bit, and then they would have spoken about it. So it just goes to show that there has been a tremendous amount of dialogue recorded for so many different parts of this game that is very, very appreciated. And the companion banter has just been very good. It's just Rook doesn't get involved much. But on the companion level of talking, it's very, very impressive. And how they discuss the revelations and the findings between one another is very cool too. But yeah, especially because completing that questline gives some pretty big stuff. It reminds me of the Dragon Age Inquisition part of the story, where you do have the Morrigan and Flemeth stuff come up, and then you get taught how dragon stuff happens when you're going up against Corypheus, you know, that sort of ending part of the main game. So it gives me that same sort of feeling, because now we have Mythal helping us, a different version of Mythal helping us for this, which is pretty funny.
There's something on your mind.
It's just Demetta's Crossing. I can't stop thinking about it. Those people. What if it happens again? What if it's happening all over right now and we just don't know about it?
Something happens somewhere remote. It could take a while for word to get out.
Nev?
What? If we pretend it's not possible, we might miss something.
I just want to help, but it's all so big.
Well, it's a good thing we didn't take Balara to the Hossberg location, because then she would have seen that there is a location just like Demeter's Crossing right now. Don't poke him.
Any luck tracking down your mystery friend?
The Shaper didn't like me asking about Shaper Valta, or harassing people with talk of dwarven magic.
Wish we had time to head down there and show them what you can do.
I don't think that would have helped.
Think how satisfying it would be.
Yeah. What's satisfying about being thrown in a Deep Roads prison? Orzammar takes its heritage very seriously.
So, what now?
I was thinking, the voice said look to those closest to the stone. What if she never meant Orzammar?
Huh?
There is another great Tig, the original capital of the dwarves, Kal Shirak. It was lost during the First Blight, and its people survived in isolation for hundreds of years. They re-emerged, some 20 years ago?
And you think they're closest to the stone?
Orzammar can't help. What have I got to lose?
Kal Shirak mentioned.
I'm curious about Kal Shirak's isolation.
The dwarves took heavy losses during the First Blight. To stop the Darkspawn from overrunning them, they closed off passages in the Deep Roads. Those that could retreated to Orzammar. Kal Shirak was lost. They abandoned the city and its people, sealed them away with the Darkspawn.
There must have been another way. What they did was monstrous.
Can you imagine being trapped, knowing death was coming?
But they didn't die. The rumors.
That the dwarves of Kal Shirak had to change to survive? No one's really sure what that means exactly.
When we find them, you can ask. Are you sure Orzammar isn't hiding something?
Pressing them for information would be tricky. I could anger someone important. If Kal Shirak doesn't turn out, I can go back to poking at Orzammar. But not before then.
How do we get in touch with these Kal Shirak dwarves?
Already working on it. You don't spend 10 years in the Inquisition without making contacts. I should have a meeting set up by the time we're ready to leave.
Cool. Kal Shirak stuff getting expanded upon is really good. That'd be exciting. The Waiting Stone. So that is a companion quest. Probably should do that before the next main quest. Just in case an atomic bomb gets dropped right on Harding and then we get locked out of that quest. You can never predict it.
Good taste.
Well, it's for you, buddy. Enjoy it. Right on. Alright. Solas time. He's going to be like, what have you learned? And I'm going to say, here is my expositional drop. Now, what have you got for me? And then he'll give me that, and then I will expositional drop that back to my party members. And I'll say, Solas said that we should do this. Been a while, pal. Let's put our bald heads together and have a talk.
How fares your battle?
The gods are moving against Weishaupt and the Grey Wardens. We've heard rumors the Darkspawn are being led by an archdemon.
And you have questions?
I need to know how archdemons relate to the gods. Are they just like the blighted dragons, or are they something else? I also need to know how to deal with the gods if they show up at Weishaupt.
I propose a bargain. I will answer your question if you answer mine.
What?
How are the Grey Wardens? Do they understand the truth of the danger yet?
We've been through this already. You agreed to help me.
What did you think my help would look like, Rook? I need to know that you are prepared.
No. The First Warden still refuses to listen.
As I feared.
I tried diplomacy, I tried being firm. Nothing worked.
When I asked you why you should be trusted to lead the fight, you said you were no stranger to fighting stronger opponents. That sufficed for me. But the Grey Wardens fight Darkspawn and Archdemons, foes no one else can stand against. They see themselves as the best prepared for this battle. You cannot defeat Elganan and Gillenane without the Wardens. What will you do to bring them to your side?
An interesting response on your side. Also, the second dialogue of referring to the First Warden as an idiot, but refusing to say it out loud.
I don't have to convince all of them. I just have to convince the First Warden.
Or remove him.
Enjoyable as that is to imagine, I doubt the rest of the Wardens would approve.
Did you know the Evanuris once numbered many more than those whose names survive in the Elven Pantheon? One warlord was particularly cruel. I sought to free his slaves, but so fearsome was his reputation that none would join me.
What did you do?
I made people laugh at him.
How did that help?
For 12 years. Every sound near him, from whispered pleas to shouted oaths to crackling fire, all became mocking laughter. His mind broke under the ridicule, and when he fell, his slaves rose up and joined me.
I doubt laughter is going to work on the First Warden.
If not that, then what?
Psychological warfare.
Whatever it takes.
Easily said, but it will have to be enough for now. You have answered my question, and I owe you an answer in return.
Yes, the old gods of Tevinter, the archdemons.
There never were Tevinter gods. The archdemons, as you call them, were always merely the weapons of the Evanuris.
All right. Let's hope we can find the gods before they find their weapons.
Unfortunately, the Dragon Thrall's life force is bound to the Evanuris as both power and protection. You will not be able to kill or likely even harm one of the Evanuris until their Dragon Thrall is slain.
Ah. So there's Earthamil, you know, all of these sort of archdemons in their names and all of this kind of stuff. It is specifically tied and linked. So when we're looking at these blighted dragons, these are the dragon thralls of Elganan and Gillenane. So in the previous blights, these dragons, these archdemons, have been like each dragon thrall of an Evanuris.
What can you tell me about the archdemons themselves?
Each is different, shaped by the whims and ego of its master. Elganan is the Lord of Tyranny. He would have ruled alone had Mythor not forced him to share power. Those who are strong, he molds into dictators themselves, with visions of godhood. Those who are weak, he crushes. His archdemon reflects him. It is huge to feed his ego, the epitome of dragonkind, bent to his will.
That's nice. Because, yeah, we saw in that image of, like, when he had the prison and he had all the Evanuris powering, like, drawing on them, and they were, like, being sucked into his little veil bubble. There were 7 of those. There's been 5 blights so far, and now there's 2 elven gods here of the Evanuris, 2 dragons. They're, like, the 2 blights in 1. So we need Grey Wardens to be able to kill these dragons to weaken the Evanuris, which is why we need the First Warden to stop being a dickhead.
What about Gillenane and her dragon? Pride and ego can blind someone. We can exploit that.
By contrast, Gillenane was a servant of Andrew, whose skill at making monsters earned her promotion to the Evanuris. She is brilliant, ambitious, and unconstrained by anything you would understand as morality. In a kinder world, you would never need to see what she has done to her archdemon. In this world, I only hope you kill it quickly. In any event, the Evanuris will not be vulnerable until their archdemons are dead.
I do like mentioning pride and ego can blind someone right to his face.
The old stories of the Tevinter gods have them whispering in the dreams of ancient magisters. How did they do that if they were just tools of the elven gods?
The archdemons were once high dragons. The Evanuris bound them as a source of power. When I imprisoned the gods, their dragons remained free. That was my mistake.
How so?
I never bound a dragon to myself, for I believed that to enslave another creature was immoral. As such, I did not understand the power that connection gave. I thought the prison I had made was perfect. But their dragons were the conduit through which they spoke to dreaming minds.
Man, that's cool. That's a cool connection where there's this element of Solas misunderstood this one element that allowed them, it's like a tiny little hole that allowed them to whisper into the minds of men. Or just dreaming minds in general. And then the Darkspawn would dig and dig and dig and be like, hello, dragon. Blight happens. It's a connection that makes sense.
Any other surprises we should know about?
Even with their dragons dead, the Evanuris are powerful and well protected. You will need to use my dagger, the one you recovered. It can pierce their enchantments and strike them down.
All right. Kill the archdemons, then use the dagger to take down the gods.
Even a single opportunity to strike the Evanuris down will be rare, fleeting, and costly. You will not have another chance to catch them unawares. When you strike, you must be fully prepared.
I'll definitely be interested in seeing what happens to the Evanuris, specifically Elganon and Gillenane, when the archdemons fall, what kind of physical effect that'll have on them. Because I'm curious as to what's happened to the other Evanuris when their archdemons have been slain in the past. Over the many decades and then hundreds of years in previous blights. Very, very good. Okay. Companions are all in their rooms, and we have some codex entries. Look at that. The Elganon Gillenane artwork. So cool. Nev's case notes, Lusican and Razakael. Elganon and Gillenane. Lusican and Razakael. Old gods of night and mystery. Doesn't that sound like something I'd get mixed up in? Makes my skin crawl. Old gods are tied up with our worst sins, or were always right and wonderful if you ask the Venatori. Stories say they could whisper into people's minds from their underground prison. Is it just bad dreams, or Razakael leading you down twisted halls? Or maybe Lusican, wicked child. Better stuff, sun seeds into your pillow. Half price on the narrow road, sun to scare the dragon of night, but Elganon's the elven god of the sun. Arsehole gets the whole damn day. Look at superstitions, doubt a pack of posies saves us, but might spark a thought, or distract the wisps until there's better leads. And in miscellaneous, what's dropped for us in miscellaneous today? Gillenane's reply. Okay, so we had letter from Solas to Gillenane, we had Elganon's reply, and now we have Gillenane's reply. I've always respected your intellect and your investigations into magic's boundaries, but you err in assuming I seek a title. Like you, I am not among the firstborn. The Evanuris will grant me magic I could never attain. New forms, new matrices of blood, already swim in my dreams. This is not for Andril. Andril petitioned on my behalf. She supports me, always, in everything. You say to craft creatures, to protect our people. I have already given them my Hala. I made them when I was younger, untraveled, naive. I did not know then what flesh could do when compelled. Tell our people to treasure those animals. I could not make them now.
Oh, at the bottom of the letter is a stamp of a stylized Harla head. How crazy is that, where there's that element of purity and nicety of the Evanurus before they saw power and what could be achieved. I was untraveled and naive. I made these beautiful little Harla creatures that the elves worship, right? And that's the story that they associate with Gillenane and how we've associated with Gillenane for so long. But then this blight and this corruption compelling the flesh. It's a powerful. It's a lesson of how those in power are corrupted by it. And that leaves the Siege of Weishaupt as our next major destination. And that is going to be where we go next time. So thank you so very much for joining me for another episode of Dragon Age the Veilguard. Some really nice lore discussions to be had here. Being able to check out the Hossberg Wetlands was a cool location with some really cool characters there as well. And I'll be excited to revisit there. We'll get some other items. And before we go to Weishaupt, we'll also be returning specifically to the necropolis, with this formless one apparently being able to be visited now after destroying 3 of its other forms. Forms, I say, for the formless one, for lack of a better term. But thank you so very much for joining me today for this episode of Dragon Age the Veilguard. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.